Monday night live stream. So I want to thank everybody who is joining us this evening. And Jerry Bell says, Ira got his ears lowered. Not yet, but tomorrow there will be a new hairdo tomorrow. So you'll just have to wait till next week to see how that comes out, right? I don't have much hair to start with, but you know what? Time for a new do, I think. Anyways, so I guess Jerry Bell is here in the Villages, and I think I'm scheduled to see Jerry at some point. Looking at my calendar here. I don't know, wait a minute. Where's Jerry Bell? Thought I'm supposed to meet Jerry Bell. Anyways. Let's see, well, anyways, I don't know. So anyways, thank you all for joining us this evening, Monday Night Live, and I am looking for some suggestions, okay? I'm looking for some suggestions for another remote live stream. I've reached out to the powers that be at On Top of the World to see if maybe they'll let me come out there and do a live stream from out there. And probably need to do one from Del Webb, Stone Creek, because there's a lot happening out there, and I'd like to bring that to you. So Monday night, next Monday, I'm probably going to be on a remote somewhere, more than likely Ocala, and either On Top of the World or Del Webb, Stone Creek, okay? And if you all have any suggestions, I'm always open for suggestions, because I want to kind of bring to you guys whatever I can and whatever it is that you're interested in. So share that with me. And there we go. And let's bring to you stuff of interest that you would like to see. And also anything that I can, Cordoba, a couple months ago, I think we did a video of Cordoba, because some of you asked me about that, and I've been driving by there, and what I thought was the recreation center that they were building over there turned out to be Hacienda Hills Golf Club Pro Shop. So I was kind of surprised to see that, but still no villas or anything that I see are coming out of the ground. But I did kind of want to go over there and give you a little update, okay? So, and also I think what I probably need to do as well is go back to Spanish Springs, because when we were over there at Spanish Springs, what a huge fail that was when I guess our Wi-Fi kind of messed us up over there. I don't know if it's because of the tall buildings. I have a feeling when I used to work in the sales office over there, and I had Sprint. If those of you remember Sprint, I don't even think Sprint's still around, is it?
I think they merged with T-Mobile.
Is that what it was?
I think so.
So, yeah, I think, oh yeah, you're right, because I did have some Sprint stock that I believe got turned over into T-Mobile. Anyways, had a big, huge issue over there. Well, Christian, we're going to have to do maybe a dry run.
Okay.
And go on over to Spanish Springs and see if how we do with
getting a signal.
Yeah, our transmission. All right. So there we go. So if I can get back over to Spanish Springs, I think we'll try that one more time. Everything came out fine, I believe, for the other places. But if any of you think of something else that you'd like to know about or you'd like to see, let me know, and we're there. So we did a drive-by on Eastport, the new school system, Middleton. By the way, I had somebody contact me about getting a home for their son, Jason. Jason contacted me and said, hey, what about homes in Middleton? Can you sell a home in Middleton? And really all the homes in Middleton right now are, well, I would say are brand new homes, but I did see, actually, you know what, let me take you guys over to what I saw. So, we're going to do this. Thanks for clearing that out, Christian. All right, so the Villages, Florida's friendly, active. Oh, they've changed it. Florida's friendliest active adult 55 plus retirement. So hometown is gone. It used to be Florida's friendliest hometown. Now it's Florida's friendliest active adult 55 plus retirement. Wow.
They're no longer a town, they're a city.
Yeah, true enough. Search for homes. And I went, I think, now that I think about it, I think I went to pre-owned. Because I only saw one, Middleton. No locations. Oh, really? Because there was one. Anyways, how about that? How about that? There was one yesterday. Anyways, so there was one yesterday, and when I looked it up, I looked and to see what the bond was. First of all, I didn't even know if there was a bond in Middleton, so I was kind of curious as to whether or not Middleton did have bonds, because those are family, that's a family neighborhood. It's not, it doesn't have access to all the village's amenities. It is geared towards families and children and that sort of thing. So I'm like, I wonder if they have a bond over there, actually. And sure enough, they had a bond, and whoo, it's like $50,000. I know it's $2,500 a year to pay that thing off. Actually, now that I think about it, that $2,500 must be principal and interest. So maybe it's $45,000. Anyways, that's kind of, it does have a bond over there. So, and it does have the city of Wildwood taxes. So I don't know if they're doing anybody a favor, any of those families a favor, having to pay that. Anyways, let's go to our little chat room here. Patricia Navarro, thank you for joining us this evening. Patricia, you are a very loyal viewer, as well as Gary Winkle and Elizabeth Lorenzo. All of you, Elizabeth, I'm looking for your friends to give me a call back. We kind of left them in the dust and went over there to Middleton and Eastport and the school system over there without your friends.
Blakely actually will be talking to her tomorrow.
Oh, she will?
Mm-hmm.
To who?
The friend.
Oh, sorry. So Christian tells me Blakely's going to be talking to your friend tomorrow. So Elizabeth, thanks for joining. Kevin, Jerry, Jill, Karen, and I rocked out last night at Lake Sumter. Oh, I see how it is. You didn't call me to rock out with y'all. That's okay. I understand. It's all good. You don't want the old guy over there with you. That's all right. Missy Mo, top of the evening to everybody. It's funny you should say that. Last week, I met a new customer who, is a viewer of our channel. And I said, top of the morning to you, just messing around. Come to find out, the guy's Scottish. So it's like, well, I had no idea, but that was a coincidence. So Mark Ryan, Kevin and all, good to be with everyone. Mark, thank you for joining us this evening. Appreciate it. So let me just make sure. Okay, so I don't want to, what's this right here? Oops. I'm messing everything up. Christian's going to get on me. Anyways, Mark, thanks for joining tonight. This evening or whatever, I guess it's not night yet. It's still early, but let's see here. All right, so I'm just kind of, anyways, like I said, if anybody has any suggestions of something they would like to see, again, I reached out to the people at On Top of the World. They do have a family neighborhood over there called Kalesa. And they do have this international swimming venue where they're going to hold international swim meets. And that's going to be pretty cool. I'd like to go over there and check that out as well. So hopefully they'll be receptive to my request to do that. What else do we have going on here? What I was wanting to do was I was wanting to do a market report because I was talking with, who was I talking to? Was it Jane? I think I was talking to Jane this morning, and she was asking me, how the market's doing, whether prices are going down, whether they're going up, whatever. And I thought, well, let me do a market report this evening. But I'm going to tell you something. I can't remember what, how many listings there were in the MLS last week. I think it was like 420, if I remember correctly. So let's go ahead and go on to our market report. Let me kind of do something first. Let me bring myself into the mix. Let's see here. All right, so here we go. All right. We're gonna go here and let me see if I can get my cursor up. All right, so this is, look, 460, it was 459 this morning. We're up to 460 listings right now. And so it's steadily going up. Well, so in defense of that, this time of the year, April and May, are always, this is the slowest time of the whole year for real estate. I'm going to say in the villages. Probably anywhere, but mostly in the villages. The villages real estate market is actually pretty seasonal. So all the seasonal people, snowbirds they like to call themselves, some people call them snowflakes, I don't know. Anyways, so with that said, April and May, always the slowest time of the year. Why? Because people typically put their homes on the market when they go back home, or even if they weren't here, but they will put their homes on the market in late spring, get it sold probably sometime in May, and closing in June, and then coming down here and buying a home, and so June it'll start to go up. So it's no surprise when I'm looking at 460 matches of homes in the villages. Now, I've been telling everybody 550 to 600 is normal. And so we're quickly, coming up to that normal inventory that I have seen in the past here in the villages. And so another thing I looked at was I went and asked myself, okay, let's kind of look at the market here for a second. So I asked myself, okay, what went pending in the last 7 days, in the last week? 27 matches, so 27 homes went pending, went under contract in the MLS last week. All right. What went active in the last week in the villages? So look at that. 73 homes went on the market in the last week, and only 27 homes sold. So that's why you're seeing that inventory going up and up and up. And then if you want to know what's sold, let's see what's sold in the last closed, okay? So 52 homes closed, and when I say closed, I mean that typically means 30 days ago these went under contract, and now they're finally closing within the last week here. But still, that's not keeping up with homes that have gone 73 matches. So there you go. So that's why we see that number going up and up and up and up and up every week, right? So that's pretty interesting to me, and that's letting. Now, what happens when inventory goes up? Prices tend to come down. So what does that mean to you? Well, that means if anybody's in the market right now, or getting to be, ready to buy a home, now is the time to do it before that big summer rush comes in, when people get their homes sold up north and come down here to buy a home. Then what we're going to see is this 460 start going down. So while this inventory is up, prices tend to come down. Now's the time really to be buying a home before they start going up again, and inventory starts coming down. Also, we talked about this being a presidential election year, and there's a lot of people on the fence. A lot of people, I don't know, for whatever reason, are skeptical about purchasing a home until they find out who's going to be in the Oval Office. And what does that mean? I don't know. Are they waiting for interest rates to go down? The thing about it is, the whole dynamics of real estate is, if interest rates do start to go down and there's a buying frenzy, then prices are going to go up, and it's really hard to judge the market and hit the market just right. And so, like right now, in my opinion, you'd be buying down here before it really starts to rebound. So you can take that information for whatever it's worth, but I'm going to tell you, probably, we're going to see a change in the presidency this year, just my prediction. And if that's the case, then, all the people that are on the fence are going to be jumping off that fence. They're going to be buying homes. And really, in reality, too, 7%, which is where the market is, or the interest rates are now, historically, that's normal. That's actually a normal interest rate. 6.5%, 7%, you can buy that down with origination points. You can try to get that seller to buy down your interest rate. And so if you do buy it down and then interest rates do start to come down, you're already there. You're there where interest rates have gone down too, just by buying your interest rate down. So that's just something to take into consideration. All right, I think we're kind of done with our little MLS, and we'll come back to reality here. Okay. All right. So Elizabeth says Teresa had to work that day. All right, that's okay. We're gonna get back with Teresa, and we're gonna go on our little tour with Teresa. Elaine, hello from New Jersey, 79 and overcast here is a thought for a YouTube short. I am kitchen stupid. Can you do a video listing the types of countertops and the pros and cons, and finish up with W? Whatever that means. So, yeah, I can do that. I can, well, so here's the thing, different countertops. I mean, pretty much everybody's heard of Formica. And they kind of use Formica like a general laminate type countertop. It's kind of like Band-Aids, if you put a Band-Aid on. Well, Band-Aid is a brand. It's a bandage, but it's a Band-Aid, but most people call bandages Band-Aids. And now you kind of know about that. Well, it's the same as Formica, or it has been. Wilson Art came along and really kind of changed the whole industry with a 3D version of a laminate countertop. And some of them look so good, they almost look actually just like granite. And you really have to take a long, hard look at it to see if it is granite or not. But yeah, we can do something like that. So the older homes will tend to have the regular Formica, but a lot of people have already gotten rid of that and put granite or quartz in their home anyways. I've seen a lot of that. Hi, Ira, Pat, and Jane checking in. So thank you, Pat and Jane, for checking in. Loyally, I appreciate that. And again, I always mention that I saw Pat and Jane a couple weeks ago. And actually, I don't know if you guys were here when I was talking about reaching out to On Top of the World, because Pat and Jane went out to On Top of the World, and I went out there and met them. And so I reached out to the powers that be out there to see if I can maybe bring this show on the road out there to On Top of the World and show you all, kind of take you all around and show you everything that On Top of the World has to offer. Now, I know they don't have entertainment on Monday nights there on their little square that they have. So I'm just kind of wondering if we might need to change it.
Is it Fridays they do it?
Huh?
Their music?
Friday?
Or what day of the week is it?
We're getting ready to check.
All right.
So here we go. On Top of the World, Ocala, Florida. Let's see. View our home, senior living. On Top of the World here, communities.com. Let's see. Let's go to here. Let me go ahead and get myself back as a mini-me. Okay, so here we go. Lifestyle. Amenities, softball, pickleball, tennis, fitness, Veterans Park. Let's see. About, we're building Alaska residence, sustain lifestyle. I thought they would have the square. Let's see. They have a visit program, contact, careers, what's new. Well, virtual tour, arbor, amenities, shoot. I'm looking for. Pat and Jane didn't like where the cool kids retire, right? Because I had one of their managers come out and talk to us because I wanted them to tell this manager, hey, he's the sales manager. If it wasn't for Ira, we would never even know about On Top of the World. So I really felt like he needed to hear that from Pat and Jane, because I've been telling them that. I bring a lot of people out there that never even would have heard about On Top of the World if it wasn't for me. I don't think they believed it. I don't think they believe me. So that's why, Pat and Jane, thank you so much for doing that for me. All right, let's see. I can't believe they don't have something about their square there, you know? And that's why I need to do a live stream from there so y'all can really see. I mean, I guess I'm just trying to make sure I'm not unmatched amenities. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything before I talk out of place.
Try going to the event calendar.
Event?
Yes.
The lifestyle?
It might be under that. I just searched On Top of the World event calendar. They have a specific website that shows their different days.
The event calendar? Let's see. View our homes, independent senior living, On Top of the World, amenity information. I don't see. What is this? Amenity information. Virtual clubs facilities.
It's under resident information. That's what it looks like.
Pets. Fitness facilities. Clubs and activities.
Oh yeah, so community activities calendar, it looks like.
Communities, activities, calendar. On the calendar?
Yes, that's, it looks like where the events are.
Okay. Well, I guess that'll tell us. They do have a pretty cool place, Circle Square Commons out there where they have a lot of, it's kind of like the Sharon Morris Performing Arts Center. But let's see. Ballroom, karaoke, where are we? Thursdays. Trivia at the Rec Center. I'm looking. Social night in Indigo.
It looks like Friday and Saturday.
1 to 4? 4 to
7 to
7?
10. Slickwood Band.
7 to 10. On Friday?
And Saturday.
Oh, here we are in food trucks. Okay, well, that's at their town square. This is kind of what they, man, I think they need me to come out there and really show y'all what's really going on out there. Okay, so anyways, yes. Pat and Jane, thank you for going out there with me. Can you run a business out of your home and have a commercial lettered pickup truck? Is that in the villages? I know they don't let any trucks over, they don't let any trucks 1 ton and over. So if you have a half-ton truck or a 3/4 ton truck, you can have that. Lettering, I haven't really seen anything about not allowing lettering in the villages, okay? Ran out of room. Finish with your recommendation. Teresa, let's see. Oh, can you do a video listing the types of countertops and the pros and cons and finish up with, anyways, Elaine. Patricia Navarro, Ira, I saw a home that I was interested in at 16791 Southeast 91st Phillips Courtyard Villa, but it only has a 1-car garage, 1.5-car garage, because it is a courtyard villa. Can you fit a car and a golf cart? Yes, in a 1-car garage. So, oh man, I was talking with somebody else today, pretty much about that same topic. 91, 92, 1993, 94, that kind of era, they do have true 1-car garages. But it seems like after 94, they've turned all the 1-car garages into 1.5-car garages for a golf cart and a car. So I think after 1994 or maybe 95, you're pretty much safe. If you see it says a 1-car garage, it's going to be a 1.5. It's just that we don't have in the MLS any way of saying 1.5 or 1.5-car garage. It's either 1 or it's a 2. And it's not even, and then we have the ability to put golf cart garage, but it's not a golf cart garage if it's a 1.5. It's a car and a golf cart, but it's just real confusing. I think we really need to get the MLS to kind of come around. But the villages are kind of unique, and I don't know if they want to just make one change just for the villages, but there's plenty enough homes here to do that. So maybe they should do that. So Phillips is all the way to the north out there in the Nancy Lopez area, the Marion County area. Good evening, Kelly. Hope everyone's doing great. Appreciate it, Kelly. Thanks. Ken and Kelly are in the house. And then Glenn is, okay, so Glenn's telling me live music Friday and Saturday. So maybe we might need to kind of do our Monday Night Live one week and make it Friday Night Live. So
Yeah, we can't do Saturday Night Live. That's already taken.
we might get sued for doing a Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
By NBC. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at. So Glenn, thanks so much for that clarification. I appreciate it. I really think that On Top of the World should add, some videos or something that shows, the square. Or let me go out there and I'll show you all what it kind of looks like out there. Whoa, 20 viewers. Is that what you have over there?
It keeps going between 19 and 21.
Little light on the viewership this evening. I'm sorry, I don't know. Maybe I made them mad. Maybe I spoiled everybody by going out there and doing a remote. And so when we're here in the office, kind of everybody kind of skedaddles. Should we tell them about our podcast?
Yes.
So we're looking for people to do a podcast with us. So if any of you all out there are coming to the villages and would like to do a podcast with us, we'd love to do a one-on-one podcast with you. We just want to get people's perspectives of maybe if you're a first timer here in the villages, kind of just tell us a little bit about your first time experience of coming to the villages, kind of a raw, untouched interview with people. So we're looking for that. Trying to get some of our YouTuber friends, colleagues. That's all I'll say.
And we have 5 episodes out right now if they want to watch them.
Okay. Oh, we have all 5 out now.
Well, it's 5 out of 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So we have one more we're working on.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting in there. We're building them up. So.
And it's both audio and video. So if they go to their podcast app, they can find the audio-only version. Or go to their YouTube channel for the video version.
So as we all know, podcasts, I think, are designed mainly for audio, right? Not so much audio or video, but I think a lot of them have kind of picked up on doing a video version. But where can you find a podcast with voice only?
So YouTube actually has YouTube Music as their app, and that will give you the audio-only version if you're watching it or listening to it in your car. So that's what I use for my main podcasting app. And currently we're getting approval from Apple, so hopefully next week we should have approval.
Oh, cool. So if you go to YouTube, go to podcasts, and then what would they search for? Ira Miller?
The Ira Miller podcast.
So Ira Miller. And then all my podcasts will come up. They're like, what, 25, 30 minutes?
30 to 40 minutes typically, yeah.
We try to keep them down and not so much.
The length of a car ride is what they should be.
There you go. The length of the time it takes me to get to work from my house. which is 33 minutes to be exact.
On a good day.
If I go around Lake Weir, go through
You'll have to time it in December
Spring
and see what
Shores.
it is.
In December
Yeah, with all the traffic.
or January with all the traffic. So yeah. What do we got going on? All right, so I guess Jerry Bell just wanted to make a cameo, and he's out of here. I don't know. I haven't heard from Kevin either. Kevin didn't. I guess we had no pictures tonight for Kevin. So we're kind of late in the information desk with what we have going on here this evening. So yeah, we're trying to keep it going every Monday. I think what's going on for it seems like things have slowed down here all around in the villages. I guess that's a good thing. It's a bad thing. Traffic has died down for sure. You can definitely tell that the seasonal people no longer are here. And we have a couple people coming in that are going to buy a home, which is great for me. I mean, that's kind of when it gets slow like this, get a little nervous, but because nobody ever wants another real estate market like 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was rough. 7, 8, 9, 6 years. 6 years. That just seems incredible. I look back on that now, and I think to myself, we had a horrible, horrible market for 6 years. I don't even know how I made it through that. Then we had the pandemic in 19 and 20. And so started coming out of that in 21. So thankfully that was a long 2 years, right? So the real estate market, I mean, everybody thinks they can get their real estate license and they can go out and they'll just everybody will flock to them to, help them buy a home or list a home with them. And all these new people, I can't tell you how many people I've told, I'm like, look, you've got your real estate license, but everything they taught you, you can just pretty much throw it out because here's the reality. And I had somebody come in today, Vince, wanting to join our office. So I kind of explained a little bit of the pitfalls of real estate, and you only get out of it what you put into it. And so many people don't know that because they didn't get into it really to put in what they have to put in to be successful. And it's kind of just a realization, and it's a shock to their system when they realize how hard it is, really, especially just to get going. It's extremely difficult just to get going. You have to work your butt off 7 days a week. And so that's what I'm telling every single person that comes in here now. It's not as glorious as it's cracked up to be. And that's what I thought too when I became a contractor. That was a glorious occupation until you opened up your own business, and when you did that, it's not what it's cracked up to be. Okay, let's see. Gary is going to On Top of the World on June 14th. I guess Are you staying there, Gary? I can't remember. I think aren't you staying there for a couple of days? Missy Mel, how is the house on Cimarron coming along? How is that coming along, Christian?
So the pressure washing video is up. The one we filmed last week, that'll be going up probably Wednesday, because tomorrow I want Centel to come out.
Okay, so when do we do that? On
Friday. I think.
Friday?
Yeah.
All right, so many of you may have seen me out there scrubbing on the garage floor, trying to clean that up as much as I can. And so we did a full-length video. We didn't even just do what the updates were from the previous video. We kind of went through and did a whole tour of the entire home, including all the updates and all the upgrades and the appliances that are now in, the new master bathroom. Are we, remember we said we were going to do some comparisons, are we doing that?
Yeah, but just a little snippet, because if they want the full thing, they'll go to the video that we made previously.
Yeah, so what we're doing is, we need to do kind of like that wipe.
Okay.
And then back, right? So when we come in, what we're gonna do with this video, we're gonna do the before and after, right? So, and I kind of like that wipe.
Okay.
Transition, it's called. And so it's just gonna be on there for a few seconds just so you can see the before, and then we're going to go right to the present day of what it looks like today. So, and I don't think actually we've even videoed the vault, have we?
When we sold it initially, I think we have. I don't know about in the most recent series.
Yeah, so I don't think I've shown the vault or the safe in this home. So you're going to be in for a real treat when it does come out. And Christian says it'll probably come out on Wednesday, because I have a brand new listing on Centel that I showed everybody. 3061 Centel Street in the village of De Luna. It's a 2022 home. It's beautiful. So I'm going to have to give it a shameless plug, I guess, right now. Let me do that. Let me come back and put my mini-me up. Okay, there we go. And my shameless plug is going to be my listings. And here we go with Centel. All right. Centel, look at this beautiful home. I hope it comes out on your screen as nice as it really is. It kind of, I'm looking at it. Look at that landscaping that they've done. So there's a really nice shot. They have these landscape walls that they call hardscape. I love that. Bottle brush tree, hibiscus. This is a bird of paradise over here. Triple row Bellinis. They've done a great job on that. So, like I said, 2022, this home is better than new. It is gorgeous.
And you'll be able to view it tomorrow in the video.
That's right, it's coming out tomorrow. So be looking for this home when it hits our YouTube channel. Big, huge walk-in shower with a rain head up here. Private commode area, you just slide that closed and you have your privacy. My man with this gym. I'm waiting for him to go out of town so I can get in there and... Just kidding, Bob. Just kidding. Guest bathroom. Inside laundry. Very nice lanai. It's screened in. Okay. With landscaping. The landscaping goes around the whole house. Okay. So they spent a lot of money on the landscaping. And painted the driveway. Look how beautiful that is. And now, oh, you know what? We're going to have to add, a drone footage where it shows where the recreation centers are and the golf cart bridge. Okay? So, from this house, if you were to take your golf cart, when you see the, here, let me come back up to us here. When you see the video tomorrow, we're going to show you how close it is to the golf cart bridge that goes over the turnpike, and also where Water Lily Rec Center is, the Luna Recreation Center is. Edna's on the Green, did you catch that in the video where I mentioned Edna's on the Green?
Yes.
Which is a really cool place where they have food trucks over there. Maybe 5 minutes by golf cart to Edna's on the Green. And then if you leave the house there, hit the golf cart bridge over, you're probably maybe 20 minutes tops to Brownwood by golf cart from this house. So, really nice special home. All the nice little touches were done for you already, and you don't have to do a thing to this home. Just bring your suitcase, as we say. Well, your furniture, because it's not, I'm trying to think, did they? Shoot. Let me see something here. Going back. Welcome to your own paradise. A lot of activities. So it does have a lower bond than what the bonds are today. The bonds are $50,000 today. Modern, okay, so, all right, I was just trying to see if the, if the furniture was available, I'll have to check on that. See if they're willing to sell any of that furniture, because I know they are moving back up north. Okay, so let me get back to my screen I need to be on. That's this one. All right. Let's see. So we left off on the house on Cimarron coming. It is about 95% complete. We're having the irrigation people come in and just fine tune the irrigation. We have to fix the screen out over the pool. We're getting that done, and trying to find a guy who can do a good job on the driveway. So that's, I'm looking at some of these driveway people that are available today, right, to go ahead and do the job. The good ones are out for months and months and months. So I'm trying to sneak in somewhere. So yes, you will see. And if it's not out on Wednesday, you'll have to come after Christian, because he's the one that told us. All right, Jax is in the house. Thank you so much, Jax, for joining us this evening. I appreciate it. So Gary's telling us he'll be in a world tour, they call it, when you go stay 3 days and 2 nights over there. Missy Mo, mowing 7 acres tomorrow. We'll definitely watch the video after. So that'll be the video on Centel, our newest listing, and then pretty much just about the completion of Cimarron. You're gonna love what you see. That is outside of my range. I know it's outside of a lot of people's range. Hi, Ira, Jane. Really liked your podcast with Deva. So cool. Thanks, Jane. Yeah, it was hard to get. She's what? Homeowners insurance.
Yes, I forget the exact title. It's, she has a special phrase.
But we were having a hard time finding anybody who wanted to talk about homeowners insurance here in Florida. I was talking with somebody about that today as well. And so we do have an insurance called Citizens that is state funded, which Citizens pretty much keeps all the other insurance companies honest here in Florida, because if they want to get crazy and they want to start charging all these fees for homeowners insurance, we'll just send you on over to Citizens, who will cover anybody, and then these insurance companies will suffer the consequences. So good. I'm glad you watched us do that podcast with
Deva Anderson.
Deva, because it's spelled like Deva, but she said it was Deva.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. So Missy Mo, 7 acres tomorrow. Actually, that sounds pretty good to me. I'm all about, if any of you saw my lawn care video for, St. Augustine sod, you'll see that that's kind of my stress release by getting out there and doing my own lawn. My lawn looks like crap right now because it's coming up with my St. Augustine is coming up with a bunch of stalks coming out of it with seeds. So I want that to kind of come up and get those seeds, because then I'm going to mow it down and those seeds will kind of scatter throughout the lawn itself and really fill in any areas that might need to be filled in. So, all right, so Elizabeth Lorenzo, what's the difference between Margaritaville Resort and the Villages? So, Elizabeth, so I'm just going to make an assumption here that you're not really talking about Margaritaville Resort, but you're talking about Latitude Margaritaville. And every time somebody says something about Latitude or about Margaritaville, it is Latitude Margaritaville. And I need to get out, and I say this every time, Latitude Margaritaville. So they have one in Water Sound, and that's in the Panhandle of Florida. And they have one in Daytona Beach. And so this is the one that I really need to get over there. And the coolest thing about this one on Daytona Beach, they actually bought an old house that was right on the beach, and they've converted it to like a rec center. And it's this rec center. This is at Latitude Margaritaville, okay? and this is where they have live music on a square. Let's see if they have a map. Realtors, join the Paradise Club, locations. I'm trying to see. Oh, here we go. Move in, interactive, included. Well, you know, what's the deal here? All right. Newsletter, explore resources. Well, explore. Man, I'm gonna have to talk to them about showing off the club there, the beach club, because this is the beach club, and that's the ocean over there on the other side, but I don't see them. Anyways, so you ask me, what is the difference, all right? Well, I think the difference is it's smaller, it's much smaller. Latitude Margaritaville is much smaller than the Villages. It's by the beach. I mean, I can't tell you how many people told me, you know, if the Villages was over by the beach, I'd buy a home today. Okay, so, and then they do have the beach club, which is right there, and they have the shuttle that takes you from the Latitude Margaritaville community over to the beach and back. So that's very cool, because then you don't have to drink and drive, because they do have a bar over there at the beach. So, and yes, I do need to get over there. And so, Christian, we're going to have to make it a concerted effort, because you were with me the last time we went over, right? And that was during the pandemic, if I remember correctly, because I remember the masks that I think we had to wear. So, yeah, we need to get over there. Let's see here. So that's the difference, Elizabeth. It's smaller, has the beach, has the beach cabana place, its own private beach, and it does have a nice little square with restaurants, with a huge workout facility. I mean, this is a giant workout facility, and then live entertainment. So, and then amenities. I'm trying to think about. So they have the private resort style pool like Del Webb has, and I'm just trying to think of the active. And they do have golf cart access to a bunch of shopping over there on LPGA Boulevard. And what else can I think of? I guess activities is what I need to really kind of get a better handle on, because I don't think, let's see. Here we are. Explore. Resources, explore, what's the Paradise Club? So I guess the Paradise Club, let me see. Exciting recreation, fantastic dining and live entertainment. with 3 locations now open. One in the heart of Daytona, Low Country, and Hilton Head, and then the Water Sound out there in the Panhandle of Florida. Minto Homes is your developer. They're the ones that build the homes out there. Let's see. So here's what I guess I need to do is actually, we need to focus a little bit, get a little more focus on the activities. So I'm gonna go ahead, so here's, we do have, we have contacted Minto Homes, and we have gotten permission in the past to go and do videos, because we've been stopped before over there, people freaking out about, what are you doing here with your video camera, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I have permission. No, sure you do. Well, boom, I whip out the email giving us permission. So anyways, I'm going to suggest, I'm going to suggest a few more pictures of the beach club to them, as well as list the amenities. But we need to get out there ourselves and really kind of focus on that. And then I'm going to need to make a suggestion to On Top of the World about, let's see, they need to kind of give us Circle Square. Performing Arts Center. And also the square with live entertainment. I'll make those suggestions. Hopefully they'll be receptive to these suggestions. All right, so Robert Dockery, where you been, my man? Robert's in our office here. He's one of our agents. He and his lovely wife, Tico, read report today that compares, what's that say?
The market to that of the 1970s.
I read a report today that compares the market to that of the 70s. You can't compare. It compared this market today
That's what I think it says, yeah.
to that of the 70s. I'd like to know about that because, I mean, the prices certainly aren't the same as the 1970s. That's for sure. Now, interest rates. If you're talking about interest rates, possibly. Let's see. Let's ask. What were the interest rates for a mortgage in the 70s? Let's see if it'll give us an answer. Historical mortgage rates. Cool. That is going to be interesting. All right, so we'll click out of that. So look at this. Woo-wee, in the 80s. Oh, what does this say? 1978? 8.98. But let's see. 87.9, 87.9, 77, 8.9, 1981, okay, well, let me get myself over here with you guys. Let's see. Yeah. All right, so it was a high of 18.6. Can you imagine? Can you imagine buying a home in October of 1981 at an 18.63% interest rate? That's pretty crazy. And then back here in the 70s, that's probably what Robert was talking about, because if you kind of go across, that's about where we are now. 17.63, that was, yeah. So it's almost identical to 1971 to what it was here. And 95, it was 9% interest. And then, so back in, when the market started, this is 2013. Why is, here, we'll need to do that. In 2000, it was 8.64 even. So that's what I'm trying to tell everybody. So in 06, it started to go down to try to get this real estate market stimulated. Because there it goes down, down, down. Then it started to come back up a little bit. And then it went back down very shortly in 2021, and then boom. After, 2020, it started going up, up, up. That's when they started raising interest rates because of inflation. So you see what happened. But still, guys, 7.63, I mean, listen, if I can help you get over that sticker shock of what it used to be, it's never going to be what it was back here. The only reason it was this low was just to get that economy started. And back here, what was in 2020? That was the pandemic. So this is why it went down again, to try to get the real estate market stimulated again in the pandemic, because there was nobody buying. Nobody could move, right? I mean, here in the free state of Florida, we were able, and I sold a ton of homes, you guys, in 2020 just through my videos, because people were just like, we need to get out of here, where we're from, Michigan or Minnesota, Wisconsin, wherever, New York, we need to get out of here and move to Florida, and we're just going to call Ira Miller and ask him to do a video on this home that I see on Realtor.com or Zillow or whatever, and we're out of here. So, Robert, appreciate you bringing that up, because this is cool. This is U.S. News Historical Mortgage Charts, and so, yeah, unless we're in a pandemic or we're in a free fall of our real estate market, I mean, this right here is normal. This is just normal, okay? We don't really have 2020, here's 2024 at 6.9. So, anyways, that's kind of where we're at with, let me just go back up here. So hopefully that kind of will put a lot of people at ease when we look at what the market used to be. So yeah, would you like to be, well, Missy, it just showed it was 18% in 1981. When we bought our home, it was on land contract with no interest. Hey, Victoria. So there you go. So, and so what I'm going to tell you is, if you think about what interest rates are today, which are no different than in the past, and you can buy it down if you want with origination points, which you could possibly get the buyer or the seller of the home to pay some origination points for you to buy that interest rate if that's really bothering you. Prices are coming down, and now's the time to buy, because in the summertime, again, when sales pick up, and then when we get into the election in November, I mean, you will have missed your window of opportunity. And I'm just showing you the proof right here. It's not fake news, okay? We're just showing you the proof. All right, Victoria, Tamajama, you just got home. You are late. When I bought my first home in 1978, my interest rate was 11%. Right? For me, it's that big down payment to come up with. That's big money, Gary. I know you got a bunch of money in that bank account, Gary. But see, there you go, right? Missy Mo, 1981, 12%. We just saw where it was actually, let's go back up here, right here. If I click on the peak, 18.63% in October of 1981. So let's see, 1980. So Missy might have purchased hers. Well, it just went woof, way up. Let's see, what's this? That's 83. We're looking for 81. Extremely high. That's crazy. Look, I can actually see no one buying a home with 18% or 16% or anything like that interest rate. So, yeah, I don't want to keep harping on it, but 7% or buy it down lower, you're good to go. Tamajima, we're supposed to get together here sometime soon, right? Thought we established that last week. So, and Gary, go with an FHA, 3.5% down. What is 3.5% on a $400,000 home? That's what? $12,000 times 0.035, $14,000, okay? If you go with an FHA. It's better than $80,000 for a conventional. That's 20% down. So there you go. 14 grand FHA, get your FHA, Gary Winkle. Okay, I can't wait. Should be signing our contract with the buyer later this week or next. Yes. Because I just love meeting people who I've been talking to for months and months and months on end, if not years, in this live stream. So there you go. Listen, so something kind of jumps out at me here. Right now, we started out an hour and 20 minutes ago with 19 and 20 viewers. And I'm looking over at Christian's So we've had 106 views, 106 people come across. But right now we have 38 viewers. And here it is, 7:20. So I'm wondering if we don't need to start a little bit later. So I'm going to put that out to the masses. You know, y'all just need to tell me.
Or earlier.
Earlier?
Yeah, I mean, just whatever time would be that have the biggest group of audience.
Well, I mean, it seems like we have a lot more people now than we did when we first started. And it didn't seem like till it was after 7 o'clock. So, should we start at 7? And then you're here to 9. I wanted to get Christian's reaction to that one. Or, what are you proposing? 5?
I'm just wondering if we are missing the people who are currently eating dinner.
But the people that are currently eating dinner, if we started at 5, you talking about 4?
No, like from 5 to 6.
There's a lot of people that work. I know Gary Winkle works. Later is better for me too, says Jane. Still working, but counting down my days to retirement. See, that's what my fears are. So Victoria asks, what's the difference between an FHA loan and a conventional? And mainly, an FHA is it's a federally funded mortgage where you only have to put like 3.5% down. But the thing with that is, you know, you'll have to. So here's the thing about an FHA. I want everybody to try to understand. So as equity goes up in a home. So let's start from the beginning. FHA, 3.5% down to avoid PMI, which is private mortgage insurance. To avoid PMI, you have to put at least 20% down on a home, or else you're going to pay like $150 extra a month, or thereabouts. I guess it depends on the price of how much you borrow and the price of your home. But so what you want to do is you probably have to pay PMI for a couple of years until the value of your home goes up, and what you put down, now the ratio really kind of puts you in that 20 percentile, right? So that's what you're looking for. So if your home goes from 400 to 500 in about 2 or 3 years, then you'll check with your mortgage company and say, hey, you know, now the value of my home is up there, and so can I stop paying PMI insurance? And that's what you want to do after a couple of years, so you don't have to keep paying that PMI. All right, but it allows somebody that doesn't have, you know, $80,000 for a $400,000 home to put down. It allows them to go ahead and buy a home now. So that's kind of the biggest difference. Corky Gaskell, traveling from Minnesota to Florida to designing on top of the world. So late to the show. Oh, you're very late, Corky. Just got to hotel in Missouri. So you're in for the night. Wow. So you drove, I guess, straight down from Minnesota to Missouri, and then you're going to kind of come across. Interesting. Very interesting. So, anyways, FHA approval guidelines. Okay, so these are the guidelines. This is right from the FHA, actually. I wonder if I should go credit score, debt to income ratio, all that stuff really factors in. Let's see. FHA loans, comprehensive guide to federal housing administrative loans. Benefits of an FHA. 580. I mean, that's extremely low. I mean, I'm sure just about all of you out there are going to be higher than that. And then a 20% down payment is considered ideal, but FHA loans are available as low as 3.5% of the purchase price. Interest rates on FHA loans are comparable to conventional loans, but rates are sometimes lower for FHA loans. Nice. Down payment assistance programs. Mortgage insurance premiums. All FHA loans require homeowners to carry private mortgage. PMI is what we were used to, but mortgage insurance in case they default on their loan. Buyers who put down at least 10% of the purchase price must pay, now they're calling it an MIP, mortgage insurance premiums, for 11 years, after which time the payment is removed. Buyers with lower down payments must pay MIP for the duration of the loan, which I was of the understanding once you get to that 20 percentile of your interest, of what you owe to the value of the property. There are limits to how much you can borrow, property requirements, loan length, interest rate, adjustable rate, down payment. Before we get into this point, I understand the FHA mortgage insurance, which protects your lender. So they're calling it an MIP instead of a PMI. Lasts the entire length of the loan if your down payment is less than 10% of the home's purchase price. If you put down at least 10%, your MIP fees will stop after 11 years. So they might have reworked this to where they won't re-amortize. Alternatively, you can explore refinancing. There you go. Into a new loan with 20% down and no mortgage insurance when your financial situation changes and you've earned 20% equity in the property. So there's the kicker, earn 20% equity in the property, right? And that's what I was trying to tell you. Once if you paid $400 for the home and now it goes up to $500, now you have a lot more equity in your home. So this is, I highly suggest that you go to Zillow and read up on FHA and how all that works, okay? So you can refi and eliminate after a few years once your home has gone up in value, okay? All right, so let's see. Alternate for 2 weeks, one early, next one later. Got to catch back up with Elaine here. My husband wants to meet you on our lifestyle visit. Well, Renee, just come on down. When is your lifestyle visit? Call us. 352-204-9026.
Okay, that number.
Christian will put that up on the screen. Call us. You'll probably reach Blakely. Blakely will schedule us an appointment where we can get together. Do it all the time. Love to meet, all y'all. And that would be great. So I would look for it, Renee. Missy Mo's retired. And then Corky. Alternate to Ira, I have a quick question. If I pay cash in my home and put my bond on a loan, where do I get the loan from? So, I would say do not put your bond on a mortgage loan right now. And why? Because you'll pay less interest. The highest interest rate I think I've seen on a brand new loan or a brand new bond is 5.19% interest, I believe, and you're just not going to get that kind of interest on your mortgage, right? So it doesn't make sense to wrap your bond in with your mortgage if you'll just end up paying more interest on that bond. So you don't want to do that. Plus, if you get a pre-owned home, that's a little bit older, then your bond is going to be much lower as well. And chances are it might even be in the 3 percentile. So it's just going to depend on the home and how old it is. And here, I'll show you. I'll go to, where is it here? Let me just go to a new property operator, tax collector. That's not what I'm looking for. Here we are. So if we go here, come on. What? You put a firewall on us. Reload. I don't know. This is interesting. Districtgov.org. Did they cut us off? Very interesting. Wow. Well, we can't reach districtgov.org. And that's where our information is. Well, that's historical interest rates. We want this. Oh, there we go. Okay. Christian scared him. Residential bond information, amortization schedules, Sumter County, and then as we go down, anything with a V is south of the turnpike. All these V's are south of the turnpike. And the F's are Finney, just so you know. But I don't know, let's just pick a random 2004, see this interest rate up here? 3.82% on a $17,000 bond. So this is in district number 10, unit number 204. That's somewhere in the Hillsborough, village of Hillsborough area, okay? So that's why I'm saying, I would not wrap my bond into the mortgage, okay? Because you just never know. If I forgot home, put my bond, yeah, where do I get the loan from? So call us or reach out to us. We have lenders that we work with, and I'll give you a perfect example. So I had a listing over in Parkwood, and it's called the Villages of Parkwood, but it's not actually in the Villages. And somebody came over and said, hey, I'm staying here, I'm renting here in the Villages of Parkwood. I want to buy this home. Cool. And I need to get a mortgage. So I said, well, are you working with somebody? He says, yes. Do you have a pre-approval letter? Yes. Can I have your pre-approval letter? Sure. He sent me his pre-approval letter. So now, for weeks and weeks and weeks on end, this guy didn't get approved. He had 30 days to get approved for his mortgage. That didn't happen. I wanted to protect his interests, so I extended the financial period a week, and I'm calling his mortgage lender, hey, can you tell us what's going on? He's just not getting us the paperwork. What paperwork? Well, it doesn't matter. Well, yeah, it does matter. Another week goes by. Still nothing. I reach out to the guy. Look, you're going to lose your deposit if we don't extend your financial period again. We're going to go ahead and extend your financial period, sign the addendum or whatever. But when I have the lender, I can work closely with the lender. Here's what I want to show you something as well. So if I go over to a new page, if I go right to Form Simplicity, this is what a lot of lenders don't understand. And again, this is for all y'all's information. If this is my form website. This is where I get all my forms from, my Florida forms. And so when I write up an offer, right, I'm going to write up an offer, and it's going to be contingent upon financing. And when it's contingent upon financing, when you sign this offer, it's not a contract until it's accepted by both parties, okay? When you sign this offer, and it's contingent upon financing, which is here in paragraph 8, right? This has all of these contingencies of how long you have, 30 days in which to get approved, from the effective date, which is when both parties, what kind of loan you're going to get. And then it says down here, buyer shall, upon written request, keep seller and broker fully informed about the status of buyer's mortgage loan application, loan processing, appraisal, and loan approval, including any property-related conditions. Of loan approval, buyer authorizes buyer's mortgage broker, lender, and closing agent to disclose such status and progress and release preliminary and finally executed closing disclosures and settle statements as appropriate and allowed to seller and broker. So, what does that say? It just says basically that your lender is supposed to keep, if I'm your, you know, even the seller, like if I have the listing and some buyer comes along on my listing, both parties, the seller and the buyer, have signed this. Now it's a contract, and it says right in the contract they allow the seller's agent to get information from their mortgage lender or whatever. But the moral to this story is, if I suggest one of my lenders to you, I can work closely with that lender, and we can seamlessly get this loan passed right on through, and I can hold that lender accountable. This other lender, I couldn't get her to cooperate. We finally had to just cancel the the list, the contract. So anyways, yes. And so I'm trying to look to see where I answered that. Anyways, Wendy Weiner. Wendy Weimer, John and I are looking forward to meeting with you on June 6th. And I can't wait either. Awesome. So I'm sure you're down on my calendar. Probably haven't looked at it. It's a month from today. And I'm sure the lovely Blakely put that down on the calendar for us. And we'll be good to go. Coming down for a lifestyle visit that week from New York. Yay. And if you'd like to do a podcast with us, we're looking for people who will do a podcast. If not, don't worry about it. No pressure. Just throwing that out there. And then Gary's going to meet with me on the 17th. Very cool. Tamajama. Then I would pay it all in cash. So, again, doesn't make sense to wrap your bond in with a mortgage. Okay, so then she says, I've seen some new homes with a 5.4 interest rate on the bond. That is correct. I thought it was 5.19. I mean, it could be. Where are we here? We're on our amortization schedule. So, yeah, all these V's, like I said. Here's one in Moultrie. These are verandas. And this veranda is one of the newest, latest, and greatest out there by Eastport in the village of Moultrie. And, here we go again. What's the problem?
Is it District Gov again?
Yeah.
Try reloading it. They could be working on the site.
Well, I got unit 10 up there, but that's not doing us any good. District Gov, amortization, here we go. Oh no, that's not it.
We got a message from Jamie Miller.
Jamie Miller, my little baby girl. See, here's the 5.19% on a $51,000 bond, which you'll be paying $2,500 in interest for the next several years. That's just interest, that's not principal. Maybe I'm just picking 5.19. This is a 41,000. That might be a villa. No, it can't be a villa. Might be a cottage. I'm again randomly 5.19. So there you go. I'm sure there's probably a 5.4 in there somewhere. Hey, they have Blakely Villas. Hey, Blakely Villas. Tell Blakely she's got her own villas.
Spelled the same?
No. No, it's not spelled the same. Anyways, all right, enough of that. Okay, back to, oops, let me get back here. Okay, so she was going to pay it all in cash. Good to know. I had no idea the V was south of Turnpike. Yes, it is. And the F, again, is the Finney area. District 15, Moultrie Creek. District 15, Moultrie Creek. anyways, Pat D says 7 o'clock starting time would be good. Link below your, Jane says, link below your videos going over the purchase and sales agreement. So, Jane, I did start a series of going over the sales and purchase agreement, and oh my goodness, that thing started getting to be so long. I think I got through page 4 out of 14, and I had like, I don't know, maybe 4 hours. It was crazy. Maybe 2 hours. I don't know. It was crazy when I started that. I'm just ad-libbing through that contract too. So I have to try to. I'm gonna have to kind of punt and go through it again and see if I can't speed that up a little bit. Okay, just because I have to go through them every time. I'll go through the whole contract with somebody when they're making an offer, and it takes me about an hour to go through the whole contract, just paraphrasing each one all the way through, each paragraph. So gets to be, I started going into real detail, and that's when it was just getting way out of hand. So Wendy, when is it? The 6th? Yes, June 6th. Be here or be square. So, oh, my wonderful soon-to-be graduate student.
I was going to say, they don't have like a word like doctor for masters, do they?
She's a graduate student. Yes. She's an undergrad with a 4-year degree. She's a graduate student with her master's degree. And no PhD in Jamie Miller's future. Even though I'm trying to get her to go back to school for her MBA. Tamajama, there's a heart in my way, Christian, here. See that heart right there?
Yes.
What's that thing doing?
It's like a reaction.
Well, it's blocking my...
That's from Tamala. It says 211V are at 5.4%.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. I mean, I wasn't, debating you or not believing you. I told you, I figured it'd be out there somewhere. So thanks for clearing that up. All right, so link below your videos going over the purchase and sale agreement. So Jane, thank you for that inspiration. I think I will do a video paraphrasing through the contract rather than detailing through it, because you know what? I'm sure your eyes will glass over if you start watching that 4-part series, which was probably going to be a 14-part series.
It'd be like a Ken Bird's documentary.
I don't know who Ken Bird is, but...
He did a Vietnam War series that's like 6 hours long documentary.
I think you can only watch so much about the Vietnam era, which is already past and gone. All right. We're getting ready to wrap it up because Mr. Christian here needs to get home. And then Jamie Miller tells me, taco chicken dinner waiting for you. So if that's any kind of an incentive, I think that's what she's trying to do, is get me to wrap it up. Is that what you're trying to do, Jamie?
Just trying to feed her father.
Yeah, so we will. Plus, I've got to get to Sam's Club to fill up because my car takes premium. I can go to Sam's Club and get premium for the same price it is regular on all the other gas stations. So that's why I have to get out of here and get over there. So we have to wrap all this up. I know one day we're gonna do a video. Yeah, we're supposed to work on that.
Yeah, the showing the stream off for the room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we want to show the whole building off. We tried that last week, right? Total fail.
Yeah, just because we're too far away from our signal.
So and we need to somehow use our hotspot.
Both out there and in here at the same time.
It's impossible.
Yeah. Unless it has a bigger range.
Yeah, because you got to go live in here for it to work out there.
Exactly, yeah.
You can do it. I know you can figure it out. You're the man. All right. So you love Sam's Club. I do love Sam's Club, especially that Sam's Club gas. So I am going to stop by there on my way home. All right, everybody. Love y'all. Thank you so much, especially all you regulars. Tamajama, Victoria, Elaine, Corky, Brenda, Renee, Jane, and Pat. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Missy Mo, thank you for joining us. We might look at tweaking our
Hours, especially since On Top of the World's music doesn't start till 7, we could use that as an example practice.
So we might just split the difference, though. Ken and Kelly, y'all jumped in and then jumped out on me. Gary Winkle, thanks for stopping. Glenn, appreciate you. And then Kevin, I think, and Patricia. I think Kevin kind of bailed on me and went out with Jerry. He just made his little appearance. So anyways, I'll see y'all next week. Not sure exactly if I get the okay from On Top of the World. Will probably come from out there.
And I'll put up a message.
We might just do Del Webb, Stone Creek, if nothing else. And we'll do a remote from there, okay? So, all right, y'all. Take care, and I'll see you when I see you. I'll see you on the flip side. So...